All right, so today we're going to be diving deep into alopecia totalis.
Okay.
And we're looking at, through this blog post by Nicole Trahan,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a certified cranial prosthesis specialist. So
Oh,
she,
wow.
she really knows her stuff.
Absolutely.
When it comes to hair loss, she's seen it all.
Yeah.
Um, and, she really describes alopecia totalis as like complete hair loss
Okay.
on the scalp.
Right.
Eyebrows, eyelashes, the whole shebang,
Interesting.
which is, different from alopecia areata, which is more like, patchy.
Yeah, patchy hair loss.
So what causes this?
Well, it's really fascinating because it's considered an autoimmune disorder.
Okay.
So if you think about your immune system as this like security guard, right?
Mm.
And it's there to protect you from all these like invaders like bacteria and viruses and all this stuff.
Right.
But with an autoimmune condition like alopecia totalis, that security guard gets a little confused. And instead of, recognizing those normal cells as friendly, it starts to see things like your hair follicles as the enemy.
Wow. So the body's attacking itself.
Exactly.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, the blog post also mentions that it can be a bunch of things, like genetic, environmental, immunological factors.
Yeah.
Is it common to see that sort of like, combination?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you see this a lot with autoimmune diseases.
Okay.
You might have a genetic predisposition.
Right.
So you're kind of set up for it, maybe.
Yeah.
And then something in your environment,
Okay.
like a virus, stress, something like that can kind of be the trigger.
That kind of, sets it off.
Pushes it over the edge.
Yeah.
And that immune system goes haywire.
And Nicole describes it as the hair follicles being triggered into like a resting phase and shedding.
Yeah.
What is happening during that resting phase?
So in the resting phase, it basically takes a break from growing new hair. But it's normal. It's part of the hair growth cycle.
Okay.
But in alopecia totalis, it kind of gets stuck because the immune system is attacking it.
Oh, I see.
Right. And so you start to lose the hair, not just on your scalp,
Right.
but like you said, eyebrows and eyelashes.
Yeah, that's got to be, it's one thing to lose your hair on your head,
Right.
but then when you lose your eyebrows and eyelashes, it's kind of,
Yeah, it changes your whole appearance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that must be really hard for people.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the science behind it it's complicated.
Right.
But the impact on people's lives is huge. To lose all your hair like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a blow to your self-esteem.
Right.
And for some people, it really shakes their sense of identity,
Yeah, it's not just about, like you said, it's not just how you look.
Right.
It's how you feel.
Exactly. How you see yourself in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, just dealing with other people.
Oh, yeah.
All the time and what they think about it.
Social situations can be tough.
So what about treatments? Is there anything that can stop that immune response?
Well, there are different things we can try.
Okay.
But it's really important to, manage expectations.
Right.
Sometimes we use corticosteroid injections.
Okay, so that goes right into the scalp.
Exactly. Tries to suppress the immune response, like, right there.
Okay, targeted.
And then there's topical immunotherapy.
Topical immunotherapy, what's that?
So basically we apply a chemical to the scalp.
Okay.
And it's almost like we're trying to, retrain the immune system.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So how does that actually work?
Well, it's almost like we're trying to distract the immune system.
Oh.
It triggers a mild allergic reaction.
Okay.
And we're hoping that it will kind of shift its focus.
Oh, so it's focused on that instead of the hair.
Right.
Interesting. Are there any other, treatments that people use?
Yeah. Sometimes in more severe cases,
Okay.
we might use something called systemic immunosuppressive medications.
Okay.
And those work on, the whole immune system, not just like...
Okay, so it's not targeted.
Right. It's everything.
But that's got to have other side effects, right?
Yeah, and it's definitely not a first-line treatment. It's
Right.
something we have to consider very carefully.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about there.
Yeah.
So it sounds like there isn't one,
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no easy fix.
Yeah, there's no magic bullet.
Right. And, how well they work really varies from person to person.
Okay.
And hair regrowth isn't a guarantee with any of them.
That's tough.
Yeah, there's so much we still don't know.
Right. Still so much research to do.
Absolutely.
Well, we've covered a lot today about alopecia totalis.
We have.
And, it's clearly a lot more than just hair loss, right?
Yeah.
It's, Genes, the environment, the immune system.
It's all connected.
And it really, really impacts people's lives in such a big way.
Yeah, it really does. It can be a real journey.
And, it's a journey of understanding, empathy,
Absolutely.
and maybe even challenging some of our own, thoughts about beauty.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So, here's something to think about.
Okay.
Knowing all of this, how can we as a society be more supportive
Yeah,
of people who are living with alopecia totalis?
that's a great question.
And, I guess also challenge those, sometimes narrow definitions of beauty.
Yeah, I think that's something we should all be thinking about.
Well, thanks for diving deep with us today.
It was my pleasure.